Hey everyone, how are you? It's Rachel here. So I'm coming to you with a 6-week update. Um, just to kind of let you know my progress. I've done different videos on different topics, but I stopped doing the daily ones when we hit about, I think I think it's day 8. So I'm 6 weeks in this week. I'll tell you some of the pros, some of the cons as to the way I did it. So, as many of you know, I had over 20 some extractions. Excuse the bump on my head. I hit my head off the edge of the cabinet. So, a nice big bump there. But, so I had all my extractions done, top and bottom, because I was having so many infections and they were concerned about the infections getting into the blood, things like that. And then I had the immediate dentures placed. What happened was the day that they placed top and bottom, but the bottoms were so loose and did not fit right that they're having to redo and reconfigure those. So as a result, I would say this, being 6 weeks in, I'm doing great. I feel like the tops fit really well. I love the look of them. I love the shade of them. I am to the place where I do need adhesive on the palette, which I'm going to do a video on different adhesives. I'm finally at number 4 where I think I've found like my sweet spot. But one thing that I noticed is this. So on the top, I have no bone spurs. I have no issues to where I feel like because, I wore the immediate denture for 2 straight weeks. I slept in it. I didn't take it out. What it did was it made all those bones like kind of flatten down. The bottom, because they ended up saying to me, okay, we've got to reconfigure the bottoms. Don't worry about the bottoms. I have like 3 or 4 places where there is like a bump that is, it feels like bone that didn't flatten out. Now, I could have no clue what I'm talking about, and I could go on Wednesday and he might be like, it's fine. Once you start wearing the bottom denture, it will flatten out. That's my hope. But I have noticed that like the top, I have no issues with any bone stuff with my gums, where the bottoms I have had more issues. But I also haven't had the bottoms in because they've had to remake and reconfigure those. So as far as eating has gotten much better. I really struggled at the beginning to eat. I did not expect that. I expected pain. I didn't expect food to be the issue that it was. I feel like now I'm to the place where I can eat with my uppers in. Now, again, it is tricky because I don't have my lowers. So, that's just raw gum. But there's some tried and true recipes that are like soft, that's stuff that I know that I can eat. And so the eating's gotten better. I definitely lost some weight. I'll take it. I needed to lose a little bit. I'm sure it will come back on as, the bottoms get placed and eating gets, back to normal in the months to come. The other thing I didn't expect is this is definitely a process. It is not like a 2-week process. It is not. I mean, this is quite a journey from extractions to, your temporaries, to all the adjustments they have to do with your temporaries, to then getting your permanents. Like it's a lot. Not that you can't do it, you can, but just know that, it doesn't end in a month where you're completely back to normal and eating normal and everything is a-okay. Maybe for some people it is. I'm just telling you my story, my experience. So I wish I'd have been a little bit more prepared for that. Like, hey, this is going to be a longer journey. Um, there was that. And then, my speech, I mean, it's getting there. Other people don't really hear it as much as I do. I think I'm probably more self-conscious about it, and that's probably why I hear it more. Some of my letters, so R's are hard, TH's, S's. S's are probably the worst, to be honest with you, for me personally. S's have been my biggest struggle. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a little 6-week update. So that's where I am. I do go to the dentist this week, so I will film a video that day after I'm done and let you know what he says, what they, came up with for the bottoms. I'll let you know in the weeks to come if some of those bone, the one right here, it it almost feels like it almost feels like a shark tooth, like it's kind of like a triangle, and I'm not wondering if it's the way it was stitched. I don't know that for sure. I'm obviously not a dental professional, but it almost feels like when I look at it, even I don't know that it's necessarily a bone spur. If it's a bone spur, like, holy cow, it's a really big one. But it almost seems to me like the way it was stitched, it kind of healed kind of wonky a little bit. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how all of that goes this week. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a 6-week update where I'm at. Would love to say that I have taken a great big bite of a Jersey Mike sub, because remember when I was recovering, I told you guys that was what I was craving. Not there yet, but that's okay. We're getting to a better place. Each week is getting a little bit easier. Now, there have been a couple times this week for the first time that I forgot I had these in. I forgot that they weren't my real teeth. And that's the first time in 6 weeks that that's happened. Now it was just a few times. Like other times I'm very, very aware that, they're in and they're not my natural teeth. But there has been these few times that I'm like, oh yeah, I do have those in. So that's a good sign. I feel like that's a good sign that we're on a good road to it becoming normal. So hopefully this helped you to have a little marker if you were at just getting it done, or you're getting it done this year, or maybe you got it done close to when I did. Just kind of a marker as to where I'm at like a 6-week mark. And then, like I said, I'll keep on bringing you along with me for the journey as I learn things. I will pass them on to you for sure. And I will answer. A lot of you have asked me, I think there's at least like 4 very specific questions that I'm going to do videos on to answer those. So I'm hoping to get those maybe cranked out this week or next week for you guys. So as always, thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing. You guys are amazing. Hopefully that helped you. So like I said, that is my 6-week mile marker of how I'm doing. All right. Thanks so much. Have a good night, guys.